welcome back to another episode of Sharpen Up. We've got a great show today, but even better, we've got some sausages from our sponsor, Beard Brothers. Pity, you finally sent us some kai, bro. Jordan, do you want to try? You want to have a sausage, Jordan? Not into the mic, though.
Josh, hang on a second.
Yeah, back up from the mic.
Just have to stop to sideways. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah?
That is good. Do you want to...
Nah. Watch this clip if you're not watching and you're just listening.
That was yum.
What do you reckon? I'm told these are very delicious and they smell great. I can't wait to have some.
You know what? Just as I was looking at the parawa here and the sausage, and I was thinking there are some, like when you go outside, like a hardware store, right? And you got the sports teams
I love
fundraising.
the Bunnings sausages.
Yeah, like how do you guys take, what's your guys' order?
Just the sausage and bread and tomato sauce.
Now, do you get the marge or the butter on the bread or not?
Give me the butter, please.
Yeah, I'll
yes.
get butter, yeah.
And if they've got onions?
Yeah, so that works.
That works for me, thank you.
Maybe not the mustard.
Mustard too?
Nah.
Mustard?
Yeah, I'll go mustard.
Nah, no mustard.
What?
Mustard with tomato sauce.
Damn.
Or just barbecue sauce.
Damn, that's a bougie. We only had tea sauce and it was in the can with the two holes on the tin. And then, the crusty ass old sauce that was still on there when you used it again. Oh, yeah.
Great for now.
Yeah. That sausage in particular, that Beard
I was going to
Brothers,
say, I think they need these sausages, though, at those
that
little
would,
barbecues.
yeah, and you could probably up the price too because that is worth it, I reckon. Lovely. I'm going to smash those after the show.
I'm actually keen to have one.
Same, or whilst Pitty's talking about rugby or something. I will say that when my dad did go to one of those fundraisers at a Bunnings, in Australia, mind you, they were halving the sausages. So you only got half a sausage, but they were charging more.
Oh, my days.
And my dad told them, no, you can't actually do this to people. Like, this isn't right. Like, we'll happily still buy it, but you shouldn't be doing this to people. And so I'm not sure if they listened to him, but whānau will have the full sausage, eh?
Imagine that like a Māori whare, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a
That would
whānau
never.
barbecue and someone's halving.
Yeah, but charging you more?
Mum will be kicking the ass, eh?
Yeah, well, I think that was the next thing. But no, he just went and told them, come on, whānau, you can't be doing this.
He's doing it for the whānau. He's
Yeah,
advocating for sausage rights.
Exactly, for sausage rights, for the sport team. Don't want the sports club to get a bad name.
Heck.
But Pity, these are some of your friends, aren't they, Beard Brothers? So I'm sure you get hooked up with this guy quite a lot.
Yeah, I think the package might have been the pork and watercress ones, but they've also got the barbecue packs as well. They're pretty handy. They're brand new, actually. They've only just started.
Nice. Right, well, Joe and I will get into them in a bit, but we need to start the show with holy heka Leka Halasima. What
man.
a finish to the Warriors game against the Knights on the weekend. They're down. There's no time left on the clock. Tanner Boyd, he misses a kick to start, and then he gets a charge down trying to go for the field goal, and you think it's over. And then who else picks it up? And he's literally dragging the Knights players on his back. I think one of them looked like, what do I do? And he wins it for the Warriors with 0 time left on the clock. Jordan, as a Waz fan, I mean, what do you think? Because you actually, what's your saying for him? His other name?
Oh, Bovi Masima, Leka Halasima.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what a steam train. And then to do it to those poor road workers. What a sad guy.
Yeah. And your thoughts on those jerseys while we're at it?
They were just missing the stop-go lollipop signs, but, Leka just showed them which one was the one to go, and it was go. So it was unreal. I didn't catch the game. I was busy doing some other stuff, but when I seen the highlights, I honestly just thought fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this his rookie year?
So
No.
he played last year.
Okay.
When he was 18, debuted for the Waz, but he's only 19 now, and the Waz, very smart, signed him to the end of 2029 because they knew that just this year they thought, okay, he's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's delivered time and time again, but that one was pretty special.
I don't know what an award system looks like for the NRL in terms of accolades or celebrating players, but I feel like he's a contender for something.
Well, surely he gets Dally M Rookie of the Year, or is
I
it
was gonna
Lisa
say,
nominee?
Yeah, because they've gone blind now,
Yeah.
The Dalian points have gone, so you don't know who's getting them now. So hopefully, after a few of those performances, he climbs the ladder or he gets rookie.
I think Rookie for sure. And
Yeah.
he could get second row too,
Yeah.
to be fair. Because even last week he helped scored the last try for the Wars. So, I mean, it's just been incredible. Pity, your thoughts on that one?
Oh. It was amazing. I think it was the fact that he ran past, I think it was Beast.
Right.
Who's
Yes.
a beast in
Heaps of them.
himself for Newcastle. And I saw him trying to chase him. The only time he got to chase him when he's the fullback.
Yeah.
Then he could actually make up some ground. And it's just like, unlucky you also, I'm just taking you all the way to the try line.
Although
So it was a mean finish. It was definitely a mean finish.
there were dodgy calls in that game, though.
Yeah.
Like, Dane Gagai, I thought he hadn't scored it, and then they awarded the try, and
Yeah.
there's like a clip of his face, and he's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure I scored that?" Yeah.
I mean, that's just typical for a Wars fan, though, isn't it? On that roller coaster and
Yeah.
everything that.
Well, we
I
have
guess-
talked about it before. You know, like we're actually getting a rub of the green a bit more versus
Yeah.
the previous years. We're getting that up, which has been. I mean, it was the Wars of 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
It would have been that.
Yeah.
They try.
absolutely. No, it
So
was
it's pretty mean.
absolutely unreal. And the Warriors, they'll play the Titans this
Titans.
weekend. The NRLW, the Wahines, they also played. They went down to the Knights 36-20. But again, just great to see our female athletes and the Warriors have a women's side. Joe, you've got a Canberra jersey,
Yep.
Raiders jersey on,
She's a bit tight.
loud and proud.
It's a little bit tight.
Nice retro one there.
Yeah. It's just to remind everyone in studio and those that are watching that we're still on top.
Talk to them, brother.
Kei runga noa tonu mātou. So it's just a little brief reminder.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good win over the Eels on the
Bloody
weekend.
awesome win. 44.
Doesn't matter.
Who
eh?
cares what they scored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, your thoughts on this nice old school jersey?
Yeah, I love it. I love the milk jerseys, especially the green machine ones.
It's not for sale, bro.
Very reminiscent of that era, right?
Yes.
Like Mal Meninga era.
Yeah.
And then you think
it's
about our
Yeah, the little like three-quarter
Three-quarter
sleeves,
sleeves.
yeah.
especially down in
Would you
Canberra.
cut one of those up?
Cut one up for
Would you
Porto.
cut that up into yeah.
Yeah, I'd cut one of the modern retros for sure.
Yeah.
If it's a vintage one, it depends on the condition, but I'll chop up the breeze one for free.
And speaking of Porto,
Yeah, so shout out to Benny's Brims, lovely custom one-of-one Porto, and then just
Nice.
the Fairy Down brand is actually, I don't know, what is it called, Macpac now?
oh,
It's
is
an
it?
OG Fairy Down.
True.
It's a New Zealand brand, so yeah, it used to be made in New Zealand. So shout outs to Benny, the bro, and
Yeah,
the
shout
bro
Benny.
managed to get the Porto.
Yeah, thanks to my wahine. Yeah, unlucky. No, the thing was she said, "Oh, let's go halves in the Porto." I didn't know what the Porto looked like. I was like, "Yeah, that's us." And then she got it, and she was like, "Doesn't look good on me." I was like, "Oh well, that's mine now." She goes, "Well, give me $50." It's like,
Smart woman.
I was like, "Oh, we'll still stay halves, eh?" You look good in it.
And Pity, how are you feeling about your Broncos?
Oh, well, don't worry about us. We're sitting above my brother's.
No one's worried, cuz.
Sitting above Manly, which is my brother's team, so I'm happy.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. And
But
while,
we talked about like the women's, role. I've had a couple of people from Manuia that played against each other. The Tuaniai sisters, Alexis and Trinity. You know, Alexis was at Dragons last year, but she's at the Bulldogs now. the two sisters had a chance to go head to head. Usually they play together on the team, but over the weekend they have a run against each other, and it was pretty cool just to have them both running in the women's NRL.
I did see that.
Yeah.
The siblings playing against each other.
Did you ever play against your brother?
Yep.
How was that?
Weird. we did play in the same team together in
Yeah.
counties, but then he ended up going to another club, so we played club rugby against each other. And he was like, I did one run, like a off the back fence run.
Yeah.
I was aiming at one guy and then I seen him, so I just changed direction. Let's see who wins this.
And how did it go?
I was even. I smoked him.
Guess we'll never know.
Talk to the brave.
Yeah, exactly.
Get his vision.
Ask him, he'll say the same thing.
Pity, you always wanted to play with your brother. Did you ever play against him?
I did, but it was more gentleman's agreement.
Oh, okay.
If I was to ever play against my older brother, I'll tell you right now, I would rugby.
Yeah.
Like, he's twice the size of me, a lot faster than I am. So he got the speed and the size, whereas I got the evading and all the kind.
Yeah, no, Billy was massive.
Jordan,
Yeah.
did you ever play against your dad?
No, I played with my old
Did
man.
you?
Yeah. We played some ball together at like a church tournament, and we both got ejected. The same game. Yeah, it was choice.
I'm not surprised.
And we celebrated that outside and
Some trauma bonding with your dad.
but we played against my uncles and my cousins.
Oh, yeah?
And that was very. There were a lot of bodies on the floor.
Interesting.
Yeah, in the game of basketball, believe it or not. But that's just how we play. Yeah.
Crack up. Whilst we're on the topic of the NRL, Des Hasler's Titans lost to Benji Marshall's Tigers by 1 point, 21-20. But I'd like to talk about Des Hasler's spray in the changing room. And it was just wild. And I'm going to ask any of you if you've ever copped a spray like that or seen a spray like that. But I mean, Joe, you saw it. It was like he was telling the players to get out of the showers. There was a woman who was in there who I think must have been part of, I guess, maybe the management something. Yeah. She was walking kind of in the crossfire and then she got out of the way. But it was wild.
I don't think it is. He's had better ones where
the doors come off.
He's broken the door of the change room, but that one was pretty funny. And I was watching, was it Matty Johns?
Yes.
Sunday night on Matty Johns, and they sort of referenced his spray to that he was blowing up because the boys were showering in the undies.
That was the spray.
No.
Oh, okay. That's the joke. Okay, I'm with you. Sorry, bro. Catching up.
Pity, did you see it?
Nah, I didn't actually see it. It's not my team. Why would I want to watch it?
Oh, well, I just maybe saw it when it went viral on social media. But that brings me to a question to all of you. Have you ever had a really bad spray, captain, coach, anything like that? Joe?
Yeah, this is going back to 2015 in a team that I played for. And it was a game where we should have won. We were supposed to win. We ended up losing by a point, and boys were sad, and then the coach at the time came through into the change room and flipped our table with all our kai on. Yeah,
Damn.
Kai went everywhere, and just all the boys were shocked, and yeah, that was probably the big. He didn't say anything. It was just all action. Yeah. And then we went on a little bit of a run after that.
Oh, so
made the semis, but lost the semi, but it worked.
And sometimes that's worse when they don't say anything or they don't yell, but they're disappointed.
Yeah.
Sometimes those hurt. Pity, have you ever been or part of a spray, or even as a coach, have you had to spray?
I've caught one. We as a team, not me, but I think the team. We caught one from Ted. 2011 Tri-Nations. We lost the Wallabies in Brisbane, and it's the first time I've seen him throw his toys. And it literally, I guess, lit a fuse up on our ass, up our asses, and boys were good, like after that, especially leading into the World Cup. So I've been on the receiving end, and I've given a few as a coach. Right. I'm pretty sure if there was a video on us doing it, I'd probably be kind of like Desi without the fruitiness and things like that. But I just tell them straight.
Part of being the coach.
Both sides.
Can't imagine Ted going off though. It'd sound funny, eh?
Well,
Yeah. What was
Exactly,
your
bro.
reaction?
I was like, "Ooh, you right there, bro?"
All I can imagine is going, "Come on, you fellas."
Was that how it was, Penny?
I think it was more about like, what the hell are you boys up to? A game plan? You're throwing it out the bloody door.
Oh, crack up.
But I guess for us as a team, moving forward from that, like we knew we had some areas we needed to work on, and it helped us out leading into the World Cup, which was massive.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had any nipple?
No, it was more those disappointed ones. And,
Yeah.
like you're all in the changing room.
Emotional.
Yeah, exactly. Emotional. There were disappointed ones, and but then there was one that did go viral a few years ago, and it was literally on the side of the court how we have the coach cams, and it was just one of the coaches just going at one of the players, and the player went back at the coach, and so
really?
you don't really see that in netball.
No.
So that was quite interesting to see, and now we've got the coach cams all the time in all the games, and so the coaches try their best not to, and they're mic'd up for the whole game, and sometimes there's a bit of swearing in that, but
Damn.
I mean, it's all human.
I think apartheid for all three of you, I reckon, because you guys have played at a high level. What would cause a coach or player to get to that level? Like, what is, like, because I mean, in terms of human behavior, right, it's not natural to be so, I don't know, infused or ragey. But like, what would, for you guys personally, like, what would get you there?
Partai pie. Penny?
Why you got to come straight to me for?
Because I need time to think.
As a coach, frustrating thing about the coaching side of things is that boys have got the potential, but they seem to think that if they go off script, that the team's going to be better off. Whereas if you stick to the basic stuff, then everyone knows exactly what they're doing. And so as coaches, when you've got the blueprint ready for them, you train it during the week, you go to execute it on Saturday, and the boys don't do anything like that, honestly, that just boils you up.
And I think that's what happened in that netball one that I just spoke about. The coach was saying, like, you're not doing it. And then the player was saying, I am, and it's not working, so you need to change it. So there were, like, both sides to it. And I saw that when I was covering one of Izzy's fights in the UFC. I forget where it was, but he kind of said he had to adapt in his fight. But then Eugene was saying he didn't stick to our fight plan. So it's a hard line, I think, between both.
Yeah, it is tough.
That's different, though. That's him by himself.
Yeah, but then then Eugene's saying we're out on the out. We can see we knew exactly what he needed to do, but he wasn't doing it. And it wasn't a like a fight within them. It was just a disagreement, and unfortunately he ended up losing. So then it was like, well. They were like, well,
it's on you now.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I'm like Pal. I was like, as a player, we've trained everything.
Yeah.
And then it just takes like one mistake or someone to not do what we've trained, and then it just flows on. And then sometimes it's, if you got good leaders, you can peel that back and come back to normal and do what you have to do. But if boys ain't listening, then that's the most frustrating thing as a player. So you can understand that a coach would, because he's up the box or they're up on the sideline watching, and can be frustrating. I'm not there yet as a coach, but I reckon I'd be.
I don't think I've got enough patience.
But I think I'll have no patience as a coach, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd need a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Jordan, for you?
Why?
Ever experienced sprays and
Your
when
dad?
you're getting ejected?
Yeah, I mean, I've had like sprays from opposition team and family members.
I bet.
But I also think back to like when my kids were younger and I would go watch them play footy. And then I would see like other parents spraying their kids.
Their own kid.
Their own kid.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was weird. And then I looked closer and it was my sister. No. I always thought that was quite like I don't know. I always had the philosophy of let the kids enjoy the game and learn the sport and get a love for it naturally. But yeah, that always kind of confused me and like, you didn't do this, it's not good enough. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
It's under nines, cuz like, it's all good.
Joe and Pitty, what's it like for you guys as parents then?
I'm pretty chilled with Yuzi, so I just want him to play and enjoy what he's doing. And I haven't forced him to play rugby or he does tennis.
Oh, cool.
He plays tennis, but it is frustrating sometimes when you're watching him because he's good.
Here we go.
No, he's got potential, like Pal said, but he just doesn't listen sometimes. He's either, like, if he's playing ripper, he'll be ripping his own teammate, his tags, and I'm like, come on, Joe, he's only 5. Just let it be.
Nice.
Get him in the car. What are you up to, boy? But nah, I'm pretty chilled at the moment. I think when he gets a bit more competitive, yeah.
Pitty for you? And because you've coached your kids as well.
I find it frustrating, purely because it's the attitude that he has, and it's not negative attitude towards things, like they can drag their teammates down, which is what I think. It's mostly my son, but like I try and pull him off the field, talk to him, just try and calm him down. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm like, oh, you've got to calm down, man. You can't go back out there and have that kind of attitude. You can still go and play, but you just need to calm down first. But he's actually been pretty good. Now that I'm sort of watching him from the sidelines, I just try and make sure that he's doing his job, helping him out with a few tips. Just don't want to confuse him. I can see when he's getting frustrated and stuff like that. So I just try and do those fob ones in the corner. And then just have a quick little quarter just to try and help him so that he can be a bit more confident with the boys, because he's sort of playing at college, but he's still at intermediate.
Right.
So playing with boys that are a bit bigger and older than him, just trying to build confidence in him to say that he can actually play in the play.
Sounds a bit like father, like son. Mate, this guy.
At least I can find some much to do it.
This guy, like first 15, like Powell, he was on his own, man. Like he'll tell the coach where he wanted to play at first 15, and it was my first year. But you want to talk about sprays? Our bro over there, we couldn't even couldn't put a foot wrong.
He's spraying you guys?
Yeah, all of us.
As a senior, as a captain?
Wow. Captain, head boy.
Yeah.
All round, yeah.
Just keeping them in line, eh, Pitty?
All round, all up.
Oh, these are the stories that we want to hear. Absolutely. Moving on to other sport this weekend, in the ANZ Premiership, the netball. Tactics beat the Pulse, so the Tactics will go through to the grand final, play the Mystics this Sunday.
Give up the Tactics.
Oh, you're a Tactics guy.
Follow the Canterbury trend.
True.
Yeah.
That's right. You did say that. Yeah. I think they might do it tough against the Mystics
Yeah,
this weekend.
Mystics look pretty good.
They do look great. Stars, unfortunately. Jordan. I'm just saying. I'm just giving everyone an update.
Yeah.
And I love the Stars. I played for them. Wasn't a good season. Pity, who's your team? The Pulse?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
There
they
you
were
go.
It was the
actually...
Mystics when I was living in Auckland.
Oh, yeah. And the Pulse,
then-
I actually thought they were going to win last night. They were ahead, game of 2 halves. But the Tactics at home in front of almost 3,000, which is a lot
That's
for an
pretty
indoor
good.
stadium for a netball game, which is unreal. So the Tactics played the Mystics this weekend, and then just on the other side of the ditch over in Australia, Grace Wecker, her Swifts went down to the Fever 77-45 in the semi, which is huge.
Hiding.
That might be their lowest scoring game. When you think Grace scores over 50 goals a game on her own, the Swifts collectively only scored 45. But they get a second shot this weekend in the elimination final, so we wish her all the best. But this brings me to my big talking point for netball. I'm not sure if anyone's seen the headlines the end of last week on the weekend. Some of the players are unemployed at the moment because they've finished their season. This weekend is the grand final, so then the players, their season is over. There is still no competition in New Zealand for next year for netball. So all these players are sitting there not knowing what their future holds. We spoke about it in a few podcasts earlier, but we're still in the same place. The players are frustrated. They've got no news about what their future holds. But also, why I talked about Grace was because she obviously went to play in Australia this year, so she cannot play for the Silver Ferns. That's the current rule. So we've got 60 elite netballers sitting here in Aotearoa, in New Zealand, who don't know what their future holds, but they also cannot go and sign in the Australian League or the English League without giving up their option as a Silver Fern. So everyone's up in arms, and it's just, as a netballer, as an athlete, it's horrible because I don't know what the players do.
Yeah. And when would the Silver Ferns next play?
They'll play, I think, September in the Tiny Jamison will be their next one.
So it's still a while away.
Yeah.
Well, that's only a small amount of that 60, right? That will play for the Ferns.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's even sharks.
And then the players who've played in New Zealand this year, they should be eligible so they can play for Silver Ferns this year. But if you're securing your future and you do have the opportunity to sign, because usually you're signed by this time. As a netballer, you've already signed your contract, or you know exactly where you're going for the next year and possibly the year after.
Yep.
But these players are sitting here not knowing what to do. So even if they play for the Silver Ferns this year, if they're signing to go and play, or even having talks to play in another country, in Australia or even England, they are giving up essentially their black dress.
Yeah, I'm going to share my thoughts.
Go on, because
Let's
I don't
go.
know.
Yeah.
I need some other thoughts and other whakaaro, please.
So instantly, just from the knowledge that you've shared with us throughout all the episodes around netball, professional netball, and I'm thinking to myself, 2 dresses or London? Two dresses that I have to wash on my own and take with me everywhere I go, or Ahitereiria, Gold Coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sunnier weather, more money. Potentially a equal, if not a kind of better competition level as well.
Yes.
I mean, the opportunity to represent your country, of course, is a really, really respectable and honourable thing to do. However, you also have whakapapa.
Yeah.
And you also have your whānau, your tamariki to think about as well. And yeah, if it was me, man, I'll be hitting England. I'll be going as far away as I can. Even if the opportunity to play in South Africa potentially, I don't know if that's an option for our ladies as well. But I'm gonna chase that bag.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
like I don't know what do you guys reckon, brothers?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be to New Zealand netball's detriment if they don't
Absolutely.
do anything now, because then if those that are outside the Silver Ferns do decide to go, then you're just going to be left here with Silver Ferns and the next
Yeah.
You know, the next lot they will be
The next
trying to
tier,
come through.
I guess.
And then that'll just be that cycle every year. Those new ones will be like, there's nothing left for me here. I'm going to go to Aussie.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go to England.
For more opportunity, more
Yeah,
money.
so New Zealand netball is probably just going to be either average and just stay stagnant and then rely on Silver Ferns to get results. But, yeah.
It's a
I
hard
don't
one.
know. It's
Pity?
tough.
I'm feeling I'm probably go overseas, depending on the age of the netballer.
Yeah.
If you want to go overseas and get an experience, try and see what the competition's like overseas, especially over in the UK and there. Because we already know what those comps like. It's a good competition and things like that. So, yeah, I'd probably go overseas, get the experience. You only get a limited time to be on their court. And it's the same with rugby player. You only get a limited time playing rugby. So, you got to make the most of it what you can. And if I was to play netball, one of those people I want to be going offshore and, start looking after myself and my family.
And
That is a
maybe
shame.
by them, if a lot of the players do head offshore, if they don't change the rule already this year for Grace, it's obviously should force Netball New Zealand's hand to change the rule.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, it is your Silver Ferns who are the ones who are going to be getting the contracts overseas.
True.
They're the ones that the teams in Australia and England want.
Yeah.
If they're all playing over there, something has to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like from a grassroots perspective, if I was a parent, I am, but it has a netballer, which I do, and I'm thinking to myself, sport's a great thing that teaches you values and life skills. And if my child does not want to participate in this sport anymore, because why would they? There's no professional competition. There's nothing to aspire to. Our Silver Ferns team is not as great as it could be because the best of the best have gone offshore. Yeah. So that, for me, is problematic as a parent.
Yeah.
Like, it affects
it's
me.
It's a big flow-on effect, right?
Huge. And I'm like, oh, gosh, like, how it actually hurts us as a community, funnily enough. Like, I'm thinking from that level, but I feel for them. And even player welfare, like, that's horrible.
Absolutely.
To not know what your future is going to look like.
Imagine playing in a grand final even this weekend, but you don't know if you can play next year.
And then, obviously, with the economy as it is now, no one's. If you haven't already got a job and you got to go and try and find one now, you're like, not many people are going to be out there hiring for X amount of months, and then you're going away for netball again.
And the other team is the teams overseas are already recruiting, so it's hard for our players. Do they, if they are hoping to stay here, or do they start talking to other clubs overseas? So that's where netball is at the moment. Whānau, if you've got any other whakaaro, let us know and I'll pass it on to...
Kia kaha wahine.
If that was you.
If I was a player here?
If you're still playing?
If I was still playing, I'd head overseas. But I would still try and stay part of the Players Association here to try and help sort out, because I think our Players Association do great work for our players. So I'd still try and look after my future, but trying to help the future of netball here, and still be part and connected to the Players Association to try and do whatever we could for the competition here. But I mean, a lot of us have said, move the competition, like let players play in Australia and then have your international season and then put our New Zealand League over the summer. Because there's cricket, I guess, but when you're talking about TV rights and where the money's coming from, there's not that much on.
That's real smart.
And that allows our players to be 12-month players, because at the moment you're probably 6-7 months on a contract, whereas you could go a full 12 months on a contract. You could play in Australia or England in their competition, then you play your internationals, and if you aren't part of that, then I guess you get a little break or you travel, and then you have our domestic competition here. Allow some of the imports, so allow some superstars to come and play, but you've got like a summer league that would probably dominate, say, from, you could do November to maybe February, and that acts as a pre-season as well for the Australian League. So you're already fit. So you don't need to go into a pre-season or a long pre-season in Australia. You could just play here, keep your match fitness. So we've presented these ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's happened as yet, and it's hard to do, obviously, now. It probably had to be, the decision probably had needed to be made last year or the year before. But that's what we've said could help at this point. And also getting a New Zealand team into the Australian competition. Like the Warriors play in the NRL, like the Breakers play in the NBL. We've said it for years. When I was still playing, we said, let's put a team in the Australian competition. So we just have a foot in there, and it's a way to get the player exposure. Or we've even said would go for 2 teams and have a North Island team and then a South Island team to play in that competition. And then we could have our Netball State of Origin as well. But we've presented these kind of ideas. Yeah. We're just not sure what's happening with the decision making.
They sound like great ideas. I'm thinking, I'm hearing it, I'm going, yeah, I can see that working.
Sounds simple.
Yeah. I've thought about like footy, right, and the amount of money that's coming out of like the Arab countries, and the different sporting events that are now being funded by these very wealthy, like, was it sheiks?
Yes.
I mean, I can see netball kind of
just need a sheik.
Let's go.
We just need a sheik.
Netball version of the IPL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like all of that. Like, there's so much stuff outside of our national sporting professionalism. Why not? Like, I'm all for it.
Exploring other options.
Heck
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could be kind of like
Is
that.
there a thing around eligibility for other countries? So, like, if you wanted to play for the Razors or Jamaica or South Africa, and you've already played for Australia or New Zealand, is there a stand-down period, or can you switch?
There's a stand-down period if you've only played in a major event like a Commonwealth Games or a World Cup, then you can't play for them in the next cycle. It's like a 4-year stand-down. But if you haven't played for them in a major event, then you can change to another country if you're eligible. Yeah. So that's good to know, isn't it? All right, well, that's our netball chat. Thank you for letting me indulge in that and get that off my chest.
Had to, let you get
let
that
it
off.
out. Oh, yeah, my poor netballers. But let's move on to something positive. Jordan Sau's NBL was on the weekend. It was the grand final. Your team, the Wellington Saints, beat the Southland Sharks 88-83. You must be very happy over there.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. I'm like, because we haven't had a good spell like the last few years. And, shout outs to the little Kazi Hiram, who's been slogging it out with the Saints, and he finally managed to get us, I'm talking from our final, get our whānau that dub. But just for the city as well, like, I don't know, I've been to a few Sal's NBL games across the country, but Wellington particularly, and I'm being biased but they do it well.
They do.
Yeah.
I've been there. They do it very well.
The entertainment and the spectacle of basketball, that Wellington flavour.
Yeah.
I love it, and love everything about what that whole management and the head office do around that team and what they do for the community as well. But for Basketball New Zealand as well, it's amazing. We're attracting now, there's Australian players, pros, and we're getting overseas guys coming from the States that come in to play, because our level is improving bit by bit. Like, Hiram got Defensive Player of the Year for the NBL. He also got the Grand Final MVP.
Yes, he did.
Who's also in our Tall Blacks squad, and he also plays for the top teams in the ANBL, the Australian National Basketball League as well. So our level, it's up there. And I'm excited that Wellington has won, obviously, but for the sport in general, and I'm thinking about our rangatahi coming through. Like, we got Hunter and his brother. Their last name escapes me, but they're like NBA prospects now. And that to me is like amazing, because like we know how much Steve Adams makes, but that could potentially be something for that whānau. That excites me, and it makes me really happy, like, to know that there are opportunities out there, and which makes it really difficult to hear when I'm listening to you talk about netball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like,
But it shows that it can be done
absolutely.
with the right people in the right places.
Yeah. And then looking at this professional sports as solely a business.
Yeah.
And selling it as a business and a sport, and like I said, the spectacle of the game.
Yeah.
People who go watch the Saints, I can tell you, not all of them know like all the rules of basketball, but they're into it.
And they have a good time.
They have a great time. They're buying merch. They're buying kai. You know, they're getting behind this team and learning about the sport. So I don't know if that's there's some cordial that needs to happen between the two codes. I'm not sure, but. Yeah, but shout outs to Wellington Saints, all the players who I do know are still celebrating.
Well, and a shout out to Home, because he did say he would come on the Sharpen Up podcast, but we said, you keep celebrating, bro.
Yeah, 100%. He's like, oh, do you reckon? I was like, well, maybe next week.
Yeah. They might still be celebrating. Penny, you'd be happy that the Wellington Saints won as well, would you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I go to a lot of the games, but I have been to a few in the past. The atmosphere is always pretty mean. I think my nephew used to be the mascot.
Hey!
On the mascot a few times. But, yeah, I've definitely got a few friends who spend quite a bit of time at the basketball watching the Saints and supporting them. And when I have gone to one, this year or last year, I think it was, and my mate that's in the corporate box goes, as we've said, it was my fault when I lost. So I was like, I haven't been back since, just in case, you know, he thinks it was me. And it wasn't me.
And Joe, I mean, it's not South NBL, but you've been to some of the Breakers games here as well. And it is like the way basketball does it. It is fantastic for fans and for families.
Yeah, the Breakers do it well up here. I think if you've got the right people like in the back office that can promote the game and promote their brand, then a lot of people are going to get on it. And I've been to a couple of Saints games when I was living in Wellington.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I used to live down there. And to be honest, the Saints are the only team in the New Zealand comp that I know. I don't know any other. only because, like the bro said, they do it real well down there to promote their team and their brand. And just on the comp and attracting players, was it the Sharks or the other team?
Southland Sharks, yeah.
Like, their head coach coached in the NBA. And like that's bringing experience and talent to a New Zealand comp.
Yeah.
Like, I think he started off as a stats man for the Warriors or something, and then was an assistant coach, and then he wanted to be a head coach. So he comes to New Zealand.
Nice.
Yeah, I think if we can promote our brands, or that we'll definitely get bums on seats and some income.
Yeah.
And allow for like awesome comps that we have.
Well, it's like, I was just to go back to Hunter Te Ratana's his last name, like going to college, playing at a real high level, NBA prospects, NBA camps, and then coming back to Aotearoa to play in our comps.
And like you said, it's that flow-on effect.
Like massively so. And this is a kid that's been through the age groups, right? He's looked at play like Steven Adams, but then the Isaiah Leafas of the world, like, and people they've looked up to, but you've paved the way for them. So it's like a real good, it reminds me of Australian sports.
Yeah.
Like the system that they've got.
Yes, and it just shows, I guess, parents and also the tamariki, it can be done. There is a pathway for you.
Yeah.
I think the other parts of basketball too, although it's a small thing, I feel like the MC is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Like engaging with the fans, trying to get them up. I know it's not the same when you're watching rugby, because I mean, it's a massive venue, and sometimes the words that are coming out of the speaker aren't clear. And everyone's like, what are we chanting? But I feel like the MC is part of it. There's entertainment non-stop. I think the one I went and watched, they bloody had changed it as halftime entertainment. I was like, yo, I'll sit here and listen. I ain't going to get no time or any. I'm going to listen to the pro do his live and enjoy the vibe.
Yeah, I agree. Unreal. And well, you bring up rugby, Pity, so we'll move on to the rugby on the weekend. All Blacks beating France. Your thoughts on that one, 29-19. Were you nervous at all?
Oh, yeah, I'm a bit. You know, I mean, they might have had a bit of interruption in the warm-up with Luke Jacobson pulling up injured. But, I mean, like, we've got a squad of, I don't know how many they take these days. It used to be only 30. But, I'm pretty sure they take a bit more. Everyone sort of needs to be ready to go. And so Duke stepped in. And Dalton actually coming as well, I think it was. I think the boys understanding that it wasn't going to be an easy walk in the park, that we need to be aware of the French. I think if the French continued the way that they started, I think they could push them a lot closer. I mean, you look at the first test and the last test, those are the two teams that actually pushed the ABs. And I think the best part was they brought Geordie on and he actually had a bit more punch, added it. So, you know, having someone like Geordie who's been pretty solid all year round, especially over in the Irish competition.
Yeah.
You know, he's been, I'd probably say, close to the top players throughout that league, but then come home and maintain that form. It's been massive. That injection of him, you can see just that directness and creating opportunities, and then setting up the last drive.
Yeah, Joe?
I was like Powell, a little bit nervous because the French came out hot.
Didn't they?
And looked like they took a couple of jabs to the AB's mouths. But it was good to see all players get a run. Then you get an understanding of what the squad is capable of and what the makeup could look like when they go into these next, what's it called? Not Tri Nations, that's Powers back. That was Powers days. The championship, you know, so it gives us as rugby fans a good idea of what the full squad could look like. Promising that the bench come on and finish the job. And a big shout out to Brody McAllister, debutant scoring. It looked like he was a bit shocked that he was in open space, and it was kind of like the slow motion when he got it. He dived from like 10 metres out and slid all the way. But no, good on him.
I thought he pulled a hammy.
I thought so too. I thought he did something because he burst on the ball and then he kind of slowed down. I was like, come on, bro. Do it for us front rows.
And it looked like a vibe down there, didn't it, Jordan?
Yeah. I got a love-hate relationship with Reunion.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, one of the things that's kind of been kind of annoying me, and it's good that Pity and Joe are here because I wanted to ask you fellas. I scroll through my algorithm, right, and there's a bit of footy on there, and I come across a lot of Northern Hemisphere rugby pages.
Yep.
And a lot of the rhetoric and the narratives on there is really annoying me in a way that, like, they'll talk to ex-players and then they'll ask them to rank certain players. And the disrespect on New Zealand and Australian rugby players' names is incredible.
Really?
I saw someone not give the nod to the GOAT for Jonah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what in the heck is going... Like, am I in an alternate universe where Jonah Lomu is not the greatest rugby player of all time?
Yeah.
And then people were even picking European players over Richie McCaw, which I'm like, I'm not a Christchurch or Canterbury fan at all, but, you know, we got to give it to Richie. Like, Richie's Richie. And then I just wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, do you guys see that a lot, or have you heard a lot of that kind of kōrero about? I don't know if it's just like we've got some goggles on or lens, like Northern Hemisphere kind of perspective on it. But to me, it amazes me that you can't even be objective about it either. Like, it's so biased.
I've seen a couple of those videos on Facebook, but I know in any team, I think there's 3 players from the All Blacks definitely that are a must: Ko, Kara, and Lomu. Like those 3 you have to have.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So I think I brought it up in a few episodes ago that and Pal might be able to correct me on this, but I feel the Northern run our game.
Really?
So anything that we want to try and do, they'll stop. And I think when we spoke about Rassi Erasmus, bringing in those those laws, I think I don't know if it's fake news or not, but I just saw World Rugby stopped one of his
Crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it could be just the Northern Hemisphere that they're just focused on their players and don't see anyone else. But whereas I think down south we do look at I could pick some English players that could be in that team in like a GOAT 15. But yeah.
Pity?
I've seen quite a few, and just because people make them more. They watch the Northern Hemisphere more than the Southern Hemisphere, and now that the Springboks are playing a lot more over there, they get to see them more. So they don't really see something at all. So I just laugh at it because obviously they watch 3 different competitions over there.
Yeah.
They've got 6 nations. And the only time that they get to see us is if one of the home nations over there comes and plays us here for the Star Night series. If not, it's usually on the Indian tour.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the only time that they get to see the Southern Hemisphere play. And I just laugh because, Argentina, when they played against British and Irish Lions, the first test, and they lost.
Beat them.
And then, I like you. It's 4 different nations losing to 1.
Well,
I see that, and I just laugh. The other one that I'd add to that list also would be Aaron Smith.
Yeah.
The only other person I can see pushing Aaron out would be Ted Paul. At the moment, Aaron will be one of those All Blacks that are given in the GOAT category.
I'll even throw it, I'm being biased too because I'm a huge fan, but Ma'a, I'd find it really difficult to find another second 5. If I placed him there, that could beat him. If you think about his accolades as well as his talents.
And longevity.
The bro's still playing. I put him in that category as well for Ma'anonu,
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to
I don't want to be too biased, my friend.
I thought I'd say it for you, my friend.
But see, that's hard because we've had some great All Black teams.
Amazing.
Mean ones.
Ma'a and Snakey, the best centre pairing ever, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree.
But would that be biased if we had both of them in the GOAT 15?
If they are.
Maybe
we'll have to do that on the podcast for an episode.
That'd be cool.
And go through your goats of rugby.
Yeah.
Also on the weekend, Lions beat the Wallabies, but then the Lions will play in Melbourne this week against the First Nations and Pacifica 15. Curtly Beale will captain them. And I just want to say how special that is. We spoke about the Australia-New Zealand team that came together to play the Lions, but to have a First Nations and Pacifica 15, and their uniforms are much better than the Australia-New Zealand one. But it is very, very special. And to have Curtly Beale, who's Indigenous Australian Aboriginal, who's played for the Wallabies, to captain this side, you can see and hear the pride when he talks about it, but very special for the game of rugby.
Yeah. No, huge for the game, especially in Aussie.
Yeah.
where, dare I say, our Indigenous brothers and sisters over there don't get much recognition.
Correct.
So to see a team like this with our Polynesian flavour in the mix is, I'm going to go, if it's on TV, I'm going to make sure I get in and watch it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Peter, your thoughts on this one?
Oh, I can't. Just the opportunity for Indigenous brothers get an opportunity to get acknowledged.
Yep.
In Australia, I'm not even going to get to connect with our other brothers over the ditch and Pacifica brothers. So not only that, they've got a legend as their coach in Tana.
Yeah.
And I know he's all about connection with them and making sure that they all know where they're from and who they're going to represent. But come under this one umbrella together, unite, and hopefully, their jerseys are a lot better, like you said.
They are.
Can't be having any more of those hoops.
We can't. But Jordan, just your whakaaro, because I mean, we've all said it, but it is very, very special.
Yeah, I just like the idea of, I'm thinking about outback country, right out in the desert, and then you're looking at these young players who probably play the oval field game, and the amount of talent that could potentially come over to Union and League if they weren't playing, the Aussie rules, their main sport. That to me is exciting because I think about players like Greg Inglis.
Oh, freaky!
Freakish player, and then we were so privileged to be able to watch him and to see what he's done. Like, I don't know if they're going to make him or if he is one already an immortal, but he definitely should be if he isn't. So that is exciting to me. Like, I always go back to communities. I always go back to the rangatahi coming through. Who could be the next one up? Who's the next Curtly Beale? That kind of thing is always on my mind. And I'd love to see that for our Indigenous community over there.
I agree.
Our young tāne and wahine coming through now with the opportunities with NRLW as well. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually looking forward. I'm hoping it's like our Māori All Black setup where they get the freedom to play.
Yeah.
Like that's.
And I think maybe, hopefully, with Tana they will.
Yeah, he's good for a spray though.
True.
He's not the one that flipped the table, by the way. Sorry,
putting
T.
it out there.
If you watch, it's not you. But yeah, like when I first made the team, that was one of the messages that Powell and the senior leaders gave us. Us newbies were like, we're in this team because we all have the one thing in common. We're all Māori. We're all from. We all got Māori blood in us, so it sort of eased us into the game, but allowed us to express ourselves. And I just hope, that we get to see true Indigenous way of playing. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. We don't have long, so I'll let you guys think of your sharp as or sharpen up moments of the week. But we got to talk about some local. Some local rugby. Joe had your semi on the weekend.
Yeah, semi on the weekend, and it was bloody great.
Got the dub.
Yeah, we got the dub, 27-7 over University.
Nice.
Boys played well, and lucky we have earned another week.
Yeah, and so you've got the grand final this weekend.
Big grand final, Eden Park.
Playing?
We're playing Auckland Marist, good close rivals.
Yeah.
We sort of just got the wood on them in the first round, so be interesting. Be a tough game. We'll see how the week goes. Yeah. And
it'll be game 150 for you.
Yeah, didn't want to mention that either.
I'll mention it for you.
Just showing my age. No, I don't want the occasion or the final to be about the 150. I'd rather.
Yeah.
I'll trade in the 150 for a championship any day. So.
Nice.
Yeah, we won't make it a big thing with the team. It's all about wanting to finish the season, get the job done.
Nice. Hopefully we're celebrating next week on the podcast for you.
Maybe I'll be still celebrating.
True. And Jordan, I just want to bring up, I saw you did a great interview during the week, or it's out on social media at the moment. If you could just give us some insight into that, please.
Yeah, I was fortunate to be a part of a web series called All Goods, following a young man who was going through some mental health ups and downs, and follows him and his friend Pabs, and they go through and do different kind of activities and community. And yeah, they managed to come to one of my workshops along with my good friend Hemi Kapakingi, and we talked about stuff relating to mental health as Tane. And yeah, a bit of an article come out today, so you can read that on my follow me whānau at Creative Taru if you don't already. But yeah, there's an article and they're pretty cool to be a part of. Good kaupapa, and we've got a few workshops back in the Waikato coming up as well. So I'll make sure I let people know and they can be a part of that soon. Yeah.
Awesome, bro.
Nice,
Important,
brother.
mahi. Absolutely. Right, I'll do my sharpen up moment for the week, and it's to netball. Sharpen up, please. Please get it sorted for our wahine, please. So I'll just leave it there. I spoke about it earlier, but yeah, I need netball just to sharpen up and look after our game, look after our netballers.
Come on.
Yeah. Pity, sharp as or sharpen up moment, or both?
Sharpen up would probably be was trying to move our under 15 gold team to another field to save our number one in case we get a chance to host the semi-final. So we moved our under 15 team, but no one had told the position that we were.
No.
So I've been getting the blame, even though it might be someone else, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take the rap for that one, and next time we'll go down the right channels to make sure that both teams know that they're not playing on our number one.
Crack up.
And probably sharp bears will be our assistant, or one of our coaches from last year here at Wellington College, Otto Rash. They could have the head coaching role at Otto Boys Marist.
Oh, nice.
We both played there together, but they got a win on the weekend in the final for Jubilee over Melbourne. So they're going to the big dance this weekend against Tawa. So yeah, good to see the bros continue all this good work from school to club.
Nice. Joe?
My sharp hairs moment. I don't have a sharpen up, but the sharp hairs is more of a shout out to Whakarewarewa.
Yes.
The only Rotorua based team that's in the Bay competition, Bay-wide competition, and they won just on the weekend. So sharp hairs moment to them.
Nice.
And also to Rotuiti, who won the Central Bay competition on the same day.
Oh.
Not as big as the Whakarewarewa win, but
it was a long time.
so 19 years
Yeah.
between celebrations for the club.
Wicked.
It is a rival club of mine, but I will give them a shout out.
Nice. Give them their flowers, bro.
We'll give it to them.
Nice. Jordan?
Sharp as moment, but personal. My kids, my daughter performed at the Two Tangata Wellington Secondary School's Polyfest. It was really, I was, like so proud of my girl getting up and performing with her kura, St. Catherine's College. So that was real cool. That's my sharp as moment. And then my sharpen up moment goes to her brother, who has a mahi, but he's still asking dad for petrol money. But yeah, so yeah. family moments this week.
Nice.
Nice. And I will say a sharp as moment we'll have to give to Leka Halasima
Absolutely.
for finishing that try off for the Waz. Big thank you to our sponsors, Beard Brothers. We're going to get into some of this Kai in a second. Another thank you to Groove Bar, who are also our sponsors. Yeah, get into it, Joe. And thank you to all our listeners. We appreciate you. But yeah, big thank you, Groove Bar and Beard Brothers. We can have our Kai now. Thank you, everyone. Ka kite, and we will see you all next week.
Ka kite.